Yay! Woohoo! Been waiting for this for a while. But before I fill it with all my junk, I wanted to give you a quick rundown of all of the updates that I've done, just to kind of surmise all of my videos into one. So, let's take a look. Up in the front here, some of my first projects with the multifunction switch and the clock spring. Special thanks to Travis, Steve, and Steven for their advice and expertise. Getting in these awesome flex steel swivel-based chairs. When I bought them, I was told they would fit in this van, and it took some custom fabrication to get them in. Special thanks to Brian and Deanna for all their help with that, because this is such an upgrade. It's amazing. And then I upgraded my lights to LED. There's a couple different styles, but now they're more efficient and quite a bit brighter. So that's fantastic. Right here, we have dealt with a coolant leak under here multiple times, but it's not leaking anymore. So, whew, finally. Here for the electrical, added some plugs and adapters and stuff to make it so I can actually plug into different parks and places that I'll go. And then at the water tank, I added some hoses and a freshwater filter to make that. Oh, and a pressure regulator so I don't blast out all of my connections with power. And then back here, my gray water valve was leaking real bad, got it replaced. And under here, my spare tire, the wheel was totally rusted out. The tire, you could push on it. It had no rigidity left. It was awful. So, fought through all the rust, got the tire off, got it with a new wheel and a full-sized spare tire. Special thanks to Scott for all his help on that project. That was a big one. Thank you, Scott. And then these awesome Yosemite Sam mud flaps. They're a throwback to my first vehicle, a 91 Jeep Wrangler. So, nice little connection to my past there. On this side, I covered all my weird door panels with slightly modernized fabric, and I made blackout window shades. And then I got to put in some carpet rug things. Special thanks to my parents for help with that. If we come inside here, I upgraded and replaced the location for my fire extinguisher. Over here, took out the divided tri-system and made the one giant awesome cubby. Thanks to my brother for his help there. I have a mount for my 12-volt plugs coming. I've got an inverter put in. And then the bed. This was, it doesn't look like it was a lot, but it kind of was a lot. Added 2-inch memory foam under the original upholstery, really bolstered it up a lot. And then underneath, replaced the gas struts so they actually hold up the weight of the bed. Major life improvement. And then my water pump, it was sad and dead, and got it replaced and happy. That's nice. On the kitchen side, the alcohol stove had never been used. Now it has been used and I know it works. I got this awesome hot pad from Nikki. Thank you. I made a spice rack. This was all dead space and now it's usable. I went through and oiled all of the wood in the van. This 12-volt outlet is dead. Had to replace it. It's still coming. And then the fridge. So the old fridge transformer died, and the new 12-volt one was outside my price range, so with some finagling, ended up with this dorm fridge. I'm really excited to have something that works and maybe upgrade it with an inverter later on. Let's see, I'm missing something. Oh, and up here, took out the microwave, and instead of doing a door, decided on this catch system. Gotta add some elastic there, but woohoo! The van, the toilet. So it got water in it, but it would not flush. So ended up having to take the whole thing off. Luckily, it wasn't broken. The seals had just kind of dried out and glued themselves to the toilet, and it's working now. But it meant that this whole thing all came apart and got put back together. So I feel like it's been serviced and it's like new, which is exciting. On this side, we've got, since the solar's on the roof, we've got the solar charge controller over here, which is new and installed and charging. And down here, we've got the I don't really know what to call it. I kind of call it a power supply charge controller or something. So, but that's what makes my 12 volt work on shore power. So that's a nice thing to have. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Yep, that's it. This one is a converter, the opposite of the inverter that's on top. One goes from 120 to 12 volt, the other goes from 12 volt to 120. I say that right? Yeah. So, the van, I was really excited because I felt like it was in really great shape. And one of the first issues I found is that there's actually a huge hole in the front of the fiberglass. So I got it patched, and then as I got it patched, I realized that there were more and more holes and more issues. The whole roof was really badly oxidized, so sanded and treated and resealed the entire roof, and then had to go through and patch a whole bunch of more holes, got rid of the oxidation, but then it was time for the upgrade. So added the solar panel, which is plugged in down on the bottom, upgraded my roof rack to stainless steel. That's what caused a bunch of the other holes. And then my tanks, my black and gray tank, were broken, got those replaced, and then my air vent was also broken, and the new one is still on its way. Yeah, the unexpected joys of ownership. Have it, months of work boiled down into a moderately sized bullet list of things that I've improved. I gotta say, I'm really excited to move in and start living in her, and if you want to know more about each of these projects, I have other videos posted of how I went through each one of them, so feel free to browse through those and find all of the adventures that I had fumbling my way through these projects. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to follow the adventure.